Do the one in the back.
You want to do the one in the back?
I want to be this one. I'll do this one. If that's okay.
I'll only take the one in the back because I thought you wanted to take the front to teach. So
I don't believe in the person in the front. Let's push it. Good morning. I'll just get some water and I'll be ready. Whoa. If you haven't yet, you can set up pillows and blankets by your mat. And we'll start seated. Today we're doing Energize flow to get us ready for the day and for the week. As usual, because we are not able to instruct to a person and we can't respond to your bodies, take care of your body, go in intention, and if you need to take child's pose anytime throughout the flow, definitely do that. So we'll start with a nice long tall spine, roll the shoulders back. Just tap into natural breath. From here, you can start to elongate each breath, bringing the inhales through the nose and exhales through the mouth. And on your inhales, try relaxing in the shoulders and the chest, bringing the breath deep into the belly, allowing it to expand on the inhales and deflate like a balloon on the exhales. From here, I'll invite you into the Chi energy breath practice. We inhale on the count of 4. Hold the breath for just a couple seconds at the top, and then exhale through the mouth for 5. So inhaling, deep and slow, holding the breath at the top. Exhale slowly with control out the mouth. Inhaling to fill as much space as you can in the lungs. Hold the breath at the top and exhale out the mouth. Inhaling through the nose, holding the breath at the top, and exhale with control at the mouth. From here, on the inhales, we'll raise the arms up and over. Holding the hands as we hold the breath. And exhale, slowly lower the arms down. Again, inhaling through the nose, arms up. Hold the breath at the top. And exhale slowly with control out the mouth as we lower. One more time, inhaling, arms up overhead. Creating more space for our lungs. Holding the breath at the top. And slowly, with control, exhaling through the mouth. From here, we'll inhale, shoulders up. Exhale, roll the shoulders down and back. We'll drop the head to the left side, keeping the right shoulder down and back. Let's try to keep this relationship with the inhale through the nose, at least for a count of 4, and exhaling with control out the mouth. You can drop your chin to the chest, opening the back of the neck. And then drop the head over to the right side. Keep the left shoulder down and back. And we'll drop chin to chest one more time. We'll drop the head over to the left side again, this time grabbing the head with the left hand. You can reach the right arm far and long, keeping the right shoulder down and back. Try not to tug or pull on the neck. Just allow the elbow to hang heavy here. And then you can turn toward the shoulder, grabbing the back of the head. And we'll rotate to the other side. Send the right arm long and grab the head with the right, opening up the left side of the neck. And then turn toward the shoulder, grabbing the back of the head. Remembering to stay connected with the breath. Remembering to sit tall and long. When you're ready to release, we'll bring the chin to the chest. From here, we'll roll the shoulders back, lift the chin up, opening the throat, open the chest on an inhale. And on your exhale, we'll round the spine, bring the chin to the chest, tucking the hips in. You can pull on the knees. Again, inhaling to puff the chest forward, open the throat, open the chest. Exhale, round the spine, chin to chest. Inhale, puff the chest forward, open the throat. Exhale, round the spine, chin to chest. Inhale, we'll bring the spine back to neutral. We'll drop the right hand to the right side and lift the left arm up and over. And when you're ready, we'll switch to the other side. And coming back to center, we'll roll the shoulders up and back, finding a tall, long spine to go into a twist. We'll reach the right hand to the left knee and the left hand behind us. Let's inhale to puff the chest forward. Exhale to deepen the twist. Turning the chin all the way to the left. Inhaling to find length. Exhaling to deepen the twist. On your next inhale, we'll lift the arms up and over. Drop to the other side, dropping the left hand on the right knee. Inhale, puff the chest forward. Exhale, deepen the twist, turning the chin all the way to the right. On the next inhale, we'll lift the arms up and over, drop to the other side again. Connecting with your slow and controlled breath. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, release any tension in the shoulders. Go deeper into the twist. On the next inhale, we'll lift the arms up and over. Drop to the other side. On every exhale, we're releasing tension in the shoulders, in the upper chest, in the upper back, deepening the twist from our core. And on the next exhale, you can release, coming to a neutral spine. From here, we'll roll the wrists. And pointing the fingers toward the body, gently with control, slowly flatten the palms down to the mat or to your floor, spreading the fingers wide. Maybe giving some topical heat to the forearms. From here, you can flip the palms over, balling up fists to press against the floor, opening up the fingers and closing them again. And then we'll just rotate in the wrists one more time. And from here, we'll meet in tabletop. However you'd like to get there. I like to encourage a pillow below the knees or a blanket. But definitely have a pillow nearby if you don't have one. And water. Do you want water? Do you want it closer? Maybe. When you're in tabletop, we're trying to find a stack between the hips and the knees and the shoulders and the wrists. And here we inhale to puff the chest forward and lift the hips up and back. Exhale to round the spine, tucking the hips in, pressing the mat away. Inhaling to puff the chest forward. Exhale, round the spine. Inhaling to open the chest, puff the chest forward. No need to lift the head too high. Just keep the gaze slightly above the hands. And on your exhales, trying to tuck the belly button to meet the forehead, creating some space between the shoulder blades. You can think about pulling the mat in towards you on your cow, pressing the mat away on your cat. From here, we'll come to a neutral spine. We'll inhale, trying to send the head toward the hips. So tilting the hips to the right and the head toward the right. And then exhale, come to the other side. So sending the head to the left, the hips to the left, wagging back and forth. Slowly going to the pace of your own breath. And we'll come back to neutral spine. Let's send the right ankle out long, tucking the toe, press away, engage in the entire leg, maybe bouncing into this to open up the calf. And from here, we'll press the weight into the floor in the hands and lift the right leg up. finding a flat line between the head and the right ankle. And if you have access to it, you can drop down to your elbows, lifting the leg up higher. You can bend in the knee and open up the hip here, pressing your weight into the left elbow, maybe rotating the right ankle. Try to lift that knee a little bit higher. And again, maybe a little bit higher. We'll straighten the leg, square the hip, and bring that knee down to meet the left. We'll send the hips back over the ankles, spreading the arms out overhead for child's pose. Connecting with a slow, deep inhale, and a controlled exhale out the mouth. We'll come back up through tabletop and send the left leg along. Again, you can bounce into this to open up the calf. From here, we'll press our weight into the floor with the hands and the knee to lift up the left leg, sending the ankle long behind us, engaging in the lower back, engaging in the glute on the left side. And you can come down to your elbows, bend in the left knee, open up the hip, rotate in the left ankle. Try to lift that knee a little bit higher. Straighten the leg, maybe trying to lift it again as you square the hip toward the floor. We'll drop the knee down to meet the right. Let's send the knees out a little bit wider before we touch toes and send the hips back for child's pose. Again, we'll take a controlled inhale through the nose. Long exhale through the mouth. And come back up to tabletop. Pressing both of the hands into the mat. We'll send both legs out this time. You can drop the knees for modified plank. And on your next inhale, we'll send the hips up, keeping the hands and feet in the same place. Bent knees here for downward dog. Finding length in the spine, allow the head to hang heavy, keeping the shoulders in their sockets. You can pedal out here, opening up the back of the legs. And when you're ready, you can crawl your hands to your feet for a forward fold. Very bent knee. And with the bent knees, you can slowly roll from the bottom of the spine to the top, coming to standing. Once you're standing, we'll roll the shoulders back. Find grounding in the feet. Inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale, arms down by our sides. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, slowly out the mouth, arms by our sides. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, we'll hinge at the hips to swan dive down for forward fold. Trying to straighten the legs here, we'll take a couple breaths, opening up the hamstrings, opening up the lower back. Maybe grab opposite elbows. Let's release from here. Inhale, try to engage in both legs. Exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, straighten and engage. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. This time we'll go into flat back. Exhale, release for forward fold. Bend knees. We'll slowly roll up again to standing. When it comes to the top, we'll roll the shoulders back. Find your grounding again. If you have a pillow nearby, we'll get that ready too. You could use a couch pillow. One of those or both of them, because they're thicker. So we'll inhale, raise the arms up and over, slowly with control. And exhale, arms back down to the sides. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, swan dive down, hinging at the hips for forward fold. Inhale, flat back, press against the shins. Exhale, forward fold. We'll walk the hands out for plank. You can allow the knees to drop on the pillow, or you can float the knees. And then pressing the hips forward on the exhale, you can reach open with the chest, open heart, engage in the lower back, and then tuck the toes to send the hips up and back for downward dog. Walk the hands back to the feet for standing. Bend in the knees, roll up to standing. We'll roll the shoulders back again. Inhale, arms up and overhead. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, we'll crawl the arms forward for plank. We'll take an inhale here. Exhale, send the hips down to the pillow, open the chest. Exhale, lift the hips up and back, send the heels down toward the floor. Find length in the spine in a downward dog. From here, we'll press the weight into the left foot, sending the right up. Bring the right knee to the chest, and then drop your foot between the hands. You can allow your left knee to fall onto the pillow for low lunge. You can press the left hip forward. And if you'd like, you can come up to high lunge, checking in with the left knee, pressing the left hip forward. And I'll invite you into the chi breath here, inhaling, arms up overhead. You can hold the breath at the top for a moment. Exhale to go pulse the arms instead of coming down to the hips. You can extend back in the spine. Inhale, arms up overhead. Holding the breath for just a moment and exhale, go close the arms. Extend the spine one more time. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, bring the hands down to frame the foot. From here, you can tuck the toe behind us. We'll drop the heel and burst open for warrior. Flip the front palm. Inhale, reach forward, and then up and back. Stretching the right side body, you can open up the chest toward the ceiling. And then send the right elbow toward the right knee. Stretch the left hand out long. You can come to the floor. You can reach toward the knee. You can send the arm around the back. And then we'll come back to lunge by framing the foot, tucking the back toe, lifting the heel up. With the floated knee this time, we'll press the left hip forward, press into the mat with the left hand, raise the right up and over for twist. Keeping the breath here, inhaling through the nose, exhaling slow, controlled breath through the mouth. We'll drop the right hand to frame the foot and send the right foot back for plank. Press the hips into the pillow, engaging in the lower back for upward dog. Open the chest, open the throat. Find length in the neck by pressing into the mat. And on your next exhale, we'll reach the hips up and back for downward dog. Find length in the spine, pressing into the mat with all the corners of our hands, spreading the fingers out long. We'll send the left leg up, bring the left knee to the chest, and then drop it between the hands, allowing the knee to reach the pillow. We're sending the right leg out long. Pressing the right hip forward. And when you're ready to press into high lunge, you can prop yourself up with your knee. I'll invite you into the breath again, inhaling. Reach the arms up overhead. Hold the breath for just a moment. And then exhale to go pulse the arms. Inhaling through the nose, arms up overhead. Exhale, go pulse the arms. You can extend back in the spine. Inhaling, arms up overhead, creating more space. Holding the breath, and then exhaling, we'll bring the arms down to frame the foot. Pressing up into our lunge. Engaging in both legs, press the right hand next to the left foot, and reach the left arm up overhead for a twist. And when you're ready, you can drop the left hand down to frame the left foot. And we'll send the left foot back for plank one more time. Upward dog, we'll press the hips forward. Engage in the lower back. Find length in the neck by pressing up through the arms and through the shoulders. Keeping the gaze up ahead. Try not to throw the head back or bring it to the chest. Take just one more breath here. And on your next exhale, you can send the hips up and back for downward dog. You can take a full expression of downward dog here, sending the heels back. Find as much length in the spine as possible. Finding a deep, controlled inhale and exhale here. And when you're ready, we'll lower the knees down to the mat. You can bring your pillow beneath your table, From here, we'll send the hips back for child's pose. Grabbing our pillow, you can press it ahead. So it's always better for me to actually find a wider knee for this pose. So it's like child's pose, but we're having our arms elevated, creating more space in the chest and allowing the head to fall to the floor. So try to make sure that your chest and your shoulders are open wide. Palms flat against the mat, flat against the pillow, and the forehead resting against the mat. And allow the breath to just fill the space between the legs here with an open chest. Check in with the space between the chin and the chest. Trying to keep a little bit of open space here for the throat. Maybe pressing into the back space to close in the gap between the shoulder blades, opening up the chest for as much space as possible for inhales. When you're ready, you can send the hands to your back, maybe clasping the hands behind your back. And with this, you can send the palms with the clasped hands up overhead. And here we're working to lift the palms, lifting up overhead toward the ceiling, keeping the breath. Keeping the fingers interlocked, maybe flip the palms up toward the ceiling. And when you're ready, sides, we'll take a couple breaths here. And pressing back up through tabletop, you can remove your pillow. We'll come back to seated. Once we're here, we'll tuck the left leg and send the right leg long. You can use your pillow here for support too if you have one. Just folding forward over the right leg, stretching the hamstring. You can allow the head to hang heavy, rounding the spine, or you can press the chest forward. Either way, we're finding engagement in the right leg. When you're ready, we'll come to sit back up. Bring the right hand to the left knee, twisting the body and sending the left arm up and over. And if you want, you can lean torso toward the right, Sending the left hand to the right foot. And then we'll drop the left hand into our back space behind us. And we're going to press into the floor with the left hand, pressing into the floor with the knee to send the hips up and reach the right arm up overhead, pressing the hips forward, engaging in the whole right leg. And on your exhale, you can lower back down to the mat. Come to the other side. Again, you can puff the chest, falling forward, or you can round the spine, just let the head hang heavy. Now that I think about it, we did warrior for a second. Let's see the best ones.
Look at one in. So gotta get one in. It's like you snuck it in there.
When you're ready, we'll lift up. Bring the left hand to the right knee. Send the right arm up and over. And if you want, you can lean the torso to the left side. Send the right hand to the left foot or toward the foot. And then we'll drop the right hand into our back space, pressing up with the hips, lifting the left arm up and over. And on the exhale, we'll slowly lower to the mat. This time we'll send both legs out long. Same principle here, you can press the chest forward, try to fold, or you can just round in the spine, folding forward. Maybe falling onto your pillow. And sitting back up, press your pillow away if you have it there. We're gonna come down to our backs. So bend in the knees up toward the ceiling. Slowly roll down to the mat. Once your back is here, find some comfort in the shoulders. We'll windshield wipe the legs left to right. And bring the legs back to neutral. From here, we're going to press into the floor with both feet, pressing the hips up for a bridge. When you're here, you can roll the shoulders closer to one another. Inhale to press the hips high. Exhale to maybe find a little more space by curling the shoulders even closer. And release down. We'll do that one more time. Inhaling, lift the hips up. Maybe interlocking the hands beneath us. You can flip the palms toward the feet if you do. And release down back to the mat. From here, we'll hug the legs in toward the chest. And then grabbing the outsides of both feet, going into happy baby, lifting the feet up over the head, and trying to send the knees down by the armpits. Here, naturally, our spine will curve off of the mat. We're trying to find a flat spine against the mat and trying to pull the knees closer and closer to tuck in under our armpits. Flexing in both feet. Find the breath. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling slow, controlled through the mouth. Last couple breaths in happy baby. Maybe try to straighten out in the legs a little bit more with your bend. Maybe try to send the back a little bit flatter to the mat. And when you're ready, release. We'll keep the legs up in the air and send the elbows down against the floor on either sides of our hips. From here, we're going to press into the floor with our elbows, sending the knees back, and catch our hips with our hands. So here, the feet are up overhead, finding the hips in our hands and the feet up overhead. You can drop the feet back above the head, making sure you're taking care of the neck here. Finding a moment of comfort in this pose, staying connected to the breath. From here, I'll invite you to crawl the legs over to the left side, just allowing the lower body to twist here. And then walking through the middle, we'll crawl the feet over to the right side. And we'll come back through the middle one more time. This time we'll bring the weight of the hips into our hands, so the palms are at the very, very lower back, and lift the legs up overhead. So we're trying to make a straight line with the whole body. Slow, controlled breaths here. And on your next exhale, release the arms. We'll fold back in to hug our legs toward the chest. Drop the feet back to the mat. We'll send the right leg long. Maybe get some topical heat behind the knee. Open up the hamstring one more time. From here, we'll interlock the hands behind the back of the leg, pressing the heel away from our body. You can try to press the heel toward the floor, but pull in toward the body at the same time. Keeping a nice flat back against the mat. And from here, we'll bend in that right knee, drop the ankle onto the left knee, and interlock our hands through and behind the left thigh. Here, we're working to pull the knee in toward the chest, maybe pressing away with the right ankle, with the right elbow, and keeping a nice flat spine against the mat. You can rotate in the right ankle here. On your next exhale or release, let the foot fall back down to the mat. We'll drop over to the other side. So lifting the left up, pressing away with the heel. Maybe get some topical heat behind the knee. And interlocking the hands behind the thigh or the calf. You can pull in toward the body while trying to press away with the heel. Keeping a flat spine against the mat. Let's bend in the knee. Bring the ankle on top of the knee. Thread through behind the right thigh, maybe pressing away with the left elbow. Again, the work here can be to pull in toward the chest and then find a flat spine, or you can find a flat spine first. Pull in toward the chest. You can rotate in the left ankle. I'll remind you to stay engaged with the breath, inhaling through the nose, exhaling out the mouth. On your next exhale, release, feet back down to the mat, knees up to the ceiling. This time we'll send the right up leg long, and then drop it over on top of the left knee. And then we'll drop both of the knees over to the left side for a gentle twist. You can open the arms out into a T. To go deeper here, you can straighten out the left leg, pressing the side of the left hip into the floor. Flip the right palm to the ceiling and turn the head all the way to the right. And dropping the right hip down, keeping the right knee bent. Bring both the feet back to parallel, knees toward the ceiling. To twist to the other side, we'll lift the left leg up and over, and cross it on top of the right. Drop the legs over to the right side and bring the arms up to a T. Finding that slow and controlled breath. To go deeper into the twist, you can send the right leg long. Find the right hip against the floor. Flip the left palm toward the ceiling and turn the head to the left. On the next exhale, we'll come back to parallel with the knees, closing the hip back to the mat. From here, we're taking the hands, interlocking them above our heads, and then try to sit back up by sending the hands through the legs, and then fall back down to the mat. Yeah. We'll do the same thing to the right side. To ab workout. And then drop back down.
This way?
But it's slow. Stepping back up to the left side. Drop back down. We'll come through to the middle. Dropping back down. To the right. Back down. To the left. To the middle. Back down. To the middle. Back down. We'll send the arms out long, send the legs out long for Shavasana. And before we go up to Shavasana, just because it's energizing flow, I'll invite you into the mat heat breath. So here we're bringing the right hand to the nostrils, using the right thumb and the right index finger. We'll press the right thumb into the right nostril, inhaling through the left nostril. And then press with the index finger on the left nostril, releasing the right to exhale. And then inhaling through the right side. Closing the right nostril, release the left for an exhale. Inhaling through the left. Switching over to the right, exhale. Even slower, inhale through the right. Switching nostrils, slow, controlled exhale through the left nostril. Inhale through the left. Switch nostrils to exhale through the right. We'll do just a few more with the visualization here. Inhaling through the right nostril, you can visualize light and energy coming in the body. Switching over to the left side, exhaling. Left side, inhale, light and energy. Switch over to the right side to exhale. 2 more times, inhaling light. Switch over to the left side, exhaling. Release. Even slower, inhale light and energy through the left nostril. Slow, controlled exhale through the right. Here we can release, inhaling light and energy through both nostrils. Holding the breath at the top. And a slow, controlled exhale through the mouth. Releasing into the mat. Allow the natural breath for the rest of our Shavasana. Maybe noticing how our bodies feel a little more energized. Releasing any tension in the shoulders and in the upper back. Maybe finding on the exhale you release tension in the hips and in the lower back. Just allow your body to be heavy, falling into the mat here. And you can crawl over to one side, find a moment of comfort before we press up into seated for our closing breaths. And once you're here, we'll roll the shoulders back and find a tall, long spine. We'll roll the shoulders back. You can have your hands over the heart, that heart center, or on the knees. A breath for the ancestors that we bring to the space, and for the indigenous people who were here on this land before colonization. Breathing in and out. A breath to thank yourself for your practice today. Breathing in and out. A breath to appreciate others for their support. Breathing in and out. And a breath for the intentions and well-being of everyone practicing with us today. Breathing in and out. Namaste. Thanks for practicing with me, with us. We're still, of course, raising funds for those in need for COVID-19. So you can find our donate button on our Facebook